What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86 TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows, live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, live every Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And you can also catch me live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. And on Sundays, I'm live with KQKC Boxing Network, in case you ain't know that by now. You should know that. But anyway, let's get it popping and get into our video. And today, let's talk about some shit that don't make no sense, right? So, apparently, what Terence Crawford's team is claiming, and Terence Crawford himself, according to Blue Blood Sports TV, what they're saying is that Earl Spence Jr. is the hold up to the fight, and he hasn't signed the contract yet. While Terence Bud Crawford has signed everything, done everything, and all his shit is done, and that Earl Spence is the hold up. That's what they're claiming. Then the other side of that is, since that's what they're claiming, now the question is coming up: should Terence Bud Crawford just stop worrying about Earl Spence, move up to 154, and fight Jermell Charlo? I'm explaining to y'all why, number one, Spence not signing the contract. That's bullshit. I'm explaining to you how you can look at the information that you know and just use common sense and logic and facts to understand why that's bullshit, right? Then the second part, I'm going to again explain, as I've done already, but people don't seem to get it, why Terence Crawford just moving up to fight Jermell Charlo is not an option, will not be an option for him, and it's something that he just can't do. So let's talk about it. First, the whole contract shit, right? So Crawford and his team are claiming that they signed their whole part and that Spence ain't signed his part and that they waiting on Spence. But here's the issue, bro, with that statement and why it's capped. Why they capping? Like, I'm telling you straight up, take it how you want to take it. But now when I explain it, tell me where I'm wrong and tell me what don't make sense, right? So Terence Crawford had to receive an offer for him to sign in the first place, because he's not sending the offer to anyone, as he is the B-side. The offer that he is talking about is an offer from PBC to fight Earl. Let me ask y'all something. Does it make sense for PBC to send Terence Bud Crawford an offer if Earl ain't agreed to it yet? Why would Al Heyman and the PBC send an offer to another fighter if they don't even already have the agreement from their fighter? That's not how business is done, bro. You're going to make sure your house is in order first. So what Crawford and his team are claiming is that the PBC sent them an offer that Earl hadn't agreed to yet, and that they signed that offer, and now they're just waiting on Earl. When you're the one sending the offer, you've already agreed to everything, bro. You think that Al Heyman is going to make sure that Bud and his team are good before he makes sure that his own fighter Earl is good, bro? So he going to send an offer, make sure everything good with Bud, make sure they straight, make sure they got what they want, get them to sign before getting his own fighter to sign, before making sure that his own fighter is straight. That's what he doing, is what y'all telling me. Come on, dog. That shit don't make no sense, bro. Cap. Cap. It makes no sense, fam. Bud Crawford would not have an offer to sign, to agree to cap about, to talk about. He would not have an offer in front of him to fight Earl unless Earl had already agreed to fight him, because Earl is the A side and he's the one that's sending the offer to Bud Crawford. I hope that clears it up for you. Stop with the bullshit. Now let's talk about Bud Crawford moving on to just fight Jermell Charlo if the Earl Spence fight don't happen. I am telling y'all, bro, 100% in my opinion. And if I'm proven wrong, I will say that I'm wrong, because y'all know I got no issues doing that. But I am telling you guys, if Bud Crawford does not fight Earl Spence, he will not fight any PBC fighter, bro. And he will be a man with no land, looking for fights, probably getting fights from like the Zone or Top Rank, even though he's suing him. Like, he will have nowhere to go, bro. If he don't fight Earl first, he's not fighting any PBC fighter, bro. Al Heyman did not build up Earl Spence. The PBC did not build up Earl Spence on pay-per-view to get to the biggest point to where they are one fight away from undisputed, have Bud not agree for whatever reason and then still do business with Bud and give him another fight. It's either Earl and then Jermell or nothing at all, bro, for Bud Crawford. He's not fighting any other PBC fighter. They're not giving him any other fight unless he fight Earl first, because Earl is their guy. They did not pay sanctioning fees, or not sanctioning fees, step aside money to Stanionis and Butayev so they could go collect Ugai's belt so Earl can go call out Bud to go for undisputed, only for Bud to not take the fight but then still make a fight with Bud and Jermell Charlo, even though Bud is turning down the Earl Spence fight for whatever reason. That shit's not happening, bro. It makes no sense. They wouldn't do that. Now, the other route that Terence Crawford fans say that he can take, he can just move up. He's a WBO super champion. He can move up and he can become the mandatory for Jermell Charlo's belt. All right. Well, Jermell Charlo is already fighting the WBO mandatory in Tim Tszyu in January of 2023. Remember the same Tim Tszyu that was Brian Castano's mandatory when Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo fought the first time, but they had to pay Tim Tszyu step-aside money? They had to pay Tim Tszyu step-aside money so that Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano could go for undisputed. Then it ended in a draw, and they had to make an agreement with Tim Tszyu again so that Castano and Charlo could fight a second time to see who was undisputed, because Castano was going to have to fight Tim Tszyu because that's what the WBO was calling him to do, because Tim Tszyu was the mandatory challenger. And so as a result, Tim Tszyu got a big Showtime deal to come over here on Showtime with the guarantee that he would get the winner of Castano and Charlo. And then what happened? Charlo wins, and now Tim Tszyu is fighting Charlo as his mandatory WBO challenger. So the mandatory fight is in January for the WBO. Once Tim Tszyu and Jermell Charlo fight in January, his next WBO mandatory, if he stays at 154, will be January of 2024. That's the next time that a WBO mandatory will be called. Or Bud Crawford has to hope that Jermell Charlo moves up and vacates, then he can fight for a vacant WBO title. That's his only hope. But he can't just go fight Jermell because the PBC is not going to do business with him with a Jermell Charlo fight if he doesn't take the Earl fight. Point one. Point two, he can't go the mandatory route because the mandatory is already being fought in January of 2023. So what card does he have to play to go fight Jermell Charlo? Jermell Charlo is already fighting his WBO mandatory, and Tim Tszyu, that fight's already done, bro. It's been reported months ago. January 2023, Jermell Charlo, Tim Tszyu. That fight is inked in, signed, sealed, delivered, bro. So none of this shit that y'all, this is why y'all point, bro. None of this shit be moving me, dog. Because the shit don't be making sense. None of the little talking points. Y'all think y'all might got something or I'm going to come over here to knock out and I'm going to type this in the comments, bro. This is why you dudes do not move me, bro. Because you don't think. You don't think for yourself. One of these quote-unquote Terence Crawford team members get to saying some shit and then you just go run with it like an idiot, bro. Oh, we signed the contract. We just waiting on Earl to sign the contract. Earl ain't signed the contract. Bud signed his contract. Well, Bud wouldn't even have a contract in front of him unless Earl already agreed. Bro, Earl is the A side, and A side is the one sending the offers. So you want me to believe that Al Heyman didn't get Earl to agree to anything before sending something to Bud? That don't make no sense, bro. How I'm going to send you some shit if my guy ain't already agreed to it? How Earl going to send some shit to Bud? How Bud even got an offer in front of him if Earl ain't already cool with it? What y'all talking about to me, bro? Then y'all keep coming with he can just fight Jermell like Jermell ain't under the PBC. Like Al Heyman is just going to be like, oh, you messed us out of the biggest fight at welterweight? One of, if not the biggest fight in the welterweight division in the history of boxing. For undisputed at welterweight, one of the glamour divisions in boxing, you know, the Ray Leonard division, the Floyd Mayweather division, the Oscar De La Hoya division, all of the who's always come through welterweight at some point in their career. You messed us out of that fight, but we just going to make a fight with you and Jermell off the rip. Because you can just do that. Bro, no, dog. Oh, he could just do the mandatory, so you don't pay attention to what's going on in the sport. You don't know that Tim Tszyu was already the WBO mandatory, and that fight is already taking place in January. So he would have to wait for 12 months and hopefully get the fight in January of 2024, or hope that Jermell Charlo vacates the belt and he can fight for a vacant. That's the moves, bro. That's what's supposed to be these big points. That's what y'all supposed to be coming with. Like, come on, dog. Y'all got to stop this shit, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Smash the like. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. And don't forget about our live shows. Live every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.